This video is brought to you by Livivo. Their Fineway portable clothes steamer is easy to use and packs powerful steam in a small package. This steamer starts up quick and is ready to be used on your garments in just 80 seconds. The compact design makes it a perfect choice for home or away and makes removing creases from your shirts both easy and fast. Check it out in the description below. Rolling your sleeves up can look great, and there's a gazillion videos out there showing you how to do it. But for me, the question that we should be asking is, when should you do it? Practically and aesthetically, when should you roll up your sleeves to look as stylish as possible? Well, in this video, I'll be sharing some of my best tips to hopefully answer this question. We'll start the video with some good suggestions on when it's appropriate to roll your sleeves and when it can look great, and then afterwards, I'm going to go over some important things to consider when deciding whether you should bother rolling up your sleeves or not. Sounds simple, but I guarantee that you haven't thought about some of them before. The first situation when it's definitely appropriate to roll up your sleeves is when you're working with your hands. The last thing that you want to do with your shirt is ruin it. And these are going to be at extra risk if you're in a dirty environment or if you're doing some sort of manual labor or activity. Let's say you're moving furniture around. You don't want to get your cuff caught in something and rip off of your shirt sleeve off. As a result, rolling your sleeves in this situation is going to be the best way to go. It'll leave your hands a little bit more free and it'll reduce the risk of damaging your shirt. The second and the most common reason that people roll up their sleeves is for temperature reasons. If you want to stay cool and look cool in the process. If you want to wear a shirt but the temperature's scorching, then this may be a good choice. Because if you roll up your sleeves, you've got more skin exposed, more chance for your body to breathe. This can be a useful option if you want to wear an alternative to just a t-shirt. It's slightly more dressed up than that, but it's still nice and casual. This sort of approach is perfectly suited to different types of floral shirts and Hawaiian shirts, which are super casual and very popular in the summer. These even look great with rolled up chinos and can give a really nice relaxed aesthetic. Rolling up your sleeves can also be very useful if you want to take a more formal outfit and then dress it down. Let's say you've got something like a white dress shirt, maybe you've just finished work but you want to look a bit more cool, maybe going out for drinks after. Take off that tie, roll up those sleeves and then you'll be ready to go. And rolling up your sleeves is not just restricted to long sleeved shirts. I want to briefly mention a good tactic if you've got a short sleeved shirt or t-shirt. Now loads of these you'll find are super baggy and long, with the sleeve section often extending almost down to the elbow itself. These types of shirts are the ones that might end up leaving you looking a bit like an old man. You can quite effectively taper these sleeves in slightly if you just roll them up, which can help to give them a much more sleek appearance. I'm not saying that you need to roll these things all the way up to the top of the shoulder, which we'll talk about later, but somewhere around the bicep area, especially if you've got nice muscles as well, which I haven't, it can help to expose them a bit more and look great. I found this one to be quite useful when I used to work in a store that required me to wear a certain uniform, notably some form of short-sleeved shirt, where the sleeves looked terrible and baggy. This helped to fix them. So that's a few scenarios when rolling your sleeves can definitely look good, but you need to make sure you bear the next few things in mind. The first one is if you're going to roll your sleeves, try and keep it even. This not only applies to shirts but jackets as well. Symmetry and proportion are quite important factors in clothing, and if you've got one sleeve way shorter than the other one, it can definitely throw that off, leaving an awkward, uneven aesthetic that looks like more of an accidental mistake. Try and keep your sleeves at matching lengths. The next one is a bit counterintuitive. Now, you would think, as I did, that if you've got a really baggy shirt, especially one with massive baggy sleeves, that rolling them up might save it and make it look a bit more tapered and slim. However, I've tried this a few times and unfortunately I found it to not work. You can physically roll the sleeve up to the place you want, but what I found is that with those ones that are really baggy with loads of excess material on the sleeves, if you start folding it, no matter which fold I've tried, it just starts to sag. The material kind of flops down to the sides, it's all bunched up, and it can make your arm that's coming out the other side look even thinner. Generally, the rolled up sleeves look better when they're a bit tighter, which is normally when they're on slimmer fitting shirts. That's exclusively when we're talking long sleeve shirts anyway. I've mentioned so far how you can use these folds and rolls to look more casual, and you need to keep that in mind if you're thinking of going somewhere that's a more formal environment. Let's say maybe you're going somewhere like a wedding. If you go into the ceremony trying to roll up your sleeves, it's just going to look a bit out of place. What if you go into a job interview? You've still got to look smart and presentable when it matters. Many of these occasions may also involve you wearing some sort of suit jacket, and if they do, don't try and roll up your sleeves if you're wearing a suit jacket. This can leave you looking immature, and the rest of the people in the room will be thinking this.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
This rule also applies if you're wearing a niche type of formal shirt. Let's say maybe a pin collar shirt or a tuxedo shirt. Even if you've decided to take the jacket off, I still think in most situations, these types of shirts that are super formal, the fact that the shirts are super formal themselves, I suppose, means that a casual twist on them doesn't normally work. Regular dress shirts, that's fine, but these types, probably not. Another thing is something that I experienced in my youth especially, and that is if you've got bony elbows. Because sometimes if you're really skinny, then folding the shirt above the elbow to try and create the illusion that you've got more mass up here will just leave your bony exposed elbows looking even thinner. Generally, I'd say if you've got elbows that are so skinny that you might be worried about their appearance, it might not be worth rolling your sleeves above the elbow. Maybe on the elbow or just fractionally below is going to be the better choice for you. And the final one is to do with t-shirts and short sleeve shirts in particular. If you've got a t-shirt that fits mid-bicep area already, that's sitting in a good position, you probably don't need to roll it up. I've seen so many examples where guys have got already short sleeves and then rolled them even shorter, to the extent where the sleeve is almost mounting the shoulders. They might as well be wearing a vest top. This look can throw off the structural appearance of your body. And if you've got any sort of underarm hair, then it's going to be spearing out for sure.
Threw up in my mouth a little bit.
So take into consideration if that's a look that you want or not. Personally, it's a no for me. And the final one is one that I'm kind of 50-50 on, and I'm going to need your help in the comment section below. I can't decide if wearing a tie and then rolling up your sleeves is a viable look. In some images, I take a look and I think it looks ridiculous, but then in others, I think it can look quite cool. If you've got an opinion on that, then please let me know in the comment section below, and hopefully we can help out some more of the viewers. Anyway, hopefully you found some use in this video. If you did, please press the like button. Thanks to Levivo for partnering with us. You'll find a link to their product in the description, really useful. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one, boys.